Kenny was 14. He's our oldest, and he broke us in well. He trained us up pretty good as parents. He played soccer. He was a wrestler. He loved being outdoors, riding four-wheelers, just typical boy, just and very laid back, and not really a competitive bone in his body. He was walking with his best friend over to his best friend's house and said he didn't feel well, and he collapsed and pretty much died instantly. I got the first phone call from my husband. I was away at camp working with other teens, and my friend woke me up and she said, "Eric called and you need to call home right away." And I called, and all Eric said was, "Something's happened to Kenny, you need to come home now." I could tell he was just in shock, and he didn't know what was going on at that point, but I could hear the ambulance in the background. And I just said, I can't talk to you right now. I'll never get home if I can't hear this," because he was starting to tell me about Kenny and the CPR. And all I knew is I just wanted to get home. I got to the hospital, and I walked in, and I just remember not wanting to go in, but you just have to go. And I just remember the doors, it was just like everyone was waiting for me to get there. And when I walked in, I knew he was gone. It just couldn't be happening. I mean, he was perfectly healthy, and there was nothing wrong with him in the world, and he was just gone. A couple hours later, the kids woke up, and we told them right away, because they needed to know, and that was the worst. That was the worst. Tell the kids. That was horrible.
Whenever I go to Lost and Found, I kind of think of Kenny. He's my big brother. He died when he was 14, and now he's 16, so he'd probably have a car by now. Well, it helps to talk about your loved one like Kenny. We talk about our loved ones and how our feelings are. And usually I do it with Miss Anna or Miss Sharon or Miss Elaine or any of the other teachers, and they help, and I talk, and sometimes my friends talk with teachers too, and well, we just talk to people, and it's like better that I would talk about our loved ones than just go off and play and just forget about it.
And so for her to just say, "I talk," that's exactly what Lost and Found has given her, is a voice. So she can talk about how she feels, and it's okay. And it's a place she can go with other kids who understand and caring adults. And as much as I want to be that person for her, I couldn't at that point. Not because I didn't want to, but because she didn't want to hurt me. She didn't want me to feel sad. So she needed other people that she could talk to and feel comfortable with.
But in each group, there are people that are new in their grief and people that are further down the road. And the people who are a little further on their journey will say to those families, it does get easier. It won't always hurt like it does today.
My name is Rob Gentry, and I'm from Springfield, Missouri. On February 9th of 2011, my wife was killed in a car accident, and my two children at the time, ages 7 and 5, were with her when it happened. I think anybody that goes through that's going to be traumatized, and I was really thinking that they were going to act out and be doing bad in school or bad behavior outside of school. My daughter spoke about the accident to me only the night that it happened. She only speaks here, in this room. She may speak with other people, but not to me. This is her safe place. Every time that we do come here, my kids may be a little bit down when we get here, but when we leave, they're happy, they're smiling, they're playing. They need this place too. So actually, I actually look forward. I wanted a healing process to start for my kids and I didn't want it to wait a year or two. Because I felt like the sooner I could get them in and get them help, the better, as well for me.
My wife, Kathy, died in 2005, and I'd heard a little bit about Lost and Found, but didn't know much about it. So I came and got information and found out when there was going to be a group. My son was 8 at the time, and he started then in 2005, and we both attended there for several months. There's a lot of great charities that help prevent things from happening to kids and stuff like that. This is one that helps maybe prevent them from having their lives ruined because of something that they could probably, with the right support, get through.
What is the price of a family? Because I'm gonna cry again. Lost and Found is worth everything because I think it saves families. Not only the immediate family that's here right now, but the healing that takes place in these kids saves their future families that they may grow up and have someday, because they'll now have a healthy way that they've dealt with their grief so that they can go on to lead healthy lives instead of being stuck with this heartache and carrying around bitterness and anger and pain. And then turning that into things later like alcohol, drug abuse, unhealthy sexual relationships, things that kids do to heal their pain. It saves families. And if you could put a price tag on a family, I would tell you that's what it's worth. Families are priceless. These kids are priceless. And they need this place to be healthy and to make smart choices, and so that they know they have support and love and a place where they can just be who they need to be in the moment, instead of when they walk out these doors feeling like they have to be what their school teachers need them to be, what their friends need them to be, while dealing with all of this heartache at the same time.